Excuse me? Alright, well, I'm outta here.
Say what?
No freaking way. He actually left. Wow, what a coward. Man, I'm getting so anxious right now. I'm Keiichi Sato, and I handle product development at Tokimeki Corp.
This is it, huh? I can't wait to see your presentation, Keiichi.
This is Yui Kujo, my coworker who joined the team after I did. We're at Days Electronics today, our parent company, for a super important product contest. So here's our concept for the new vacuum cleaner. Wow, Tatsuyoshi, that was amazing. Your presentation earlier totally nailed it. Oh, you're too kind.
But the design might need some tweaks, right?
Seriously? Shoki and Mikan can't quit talking about Tatsuyoshi's proposal when I'm just trying to present mine. Those two over there are my old classmates, Shoki Honda and Mikan Hatanaka from Days Electronics. And the guy beside me, that's Tatsuyoshi Kinjo, my department leader in product development. Excuse me. Are you guys even listening to me? Oh, my bad.
We kind of zoned out thinking about Tatsuyoshi's proposal.
But it's our turn to present, isn't it? Yeah, but Tatsuyoshi's pitch was just too good, man.
Listen, Keiichi, if you made your pitch a little more captivating, we wouldn't be in this situation, right? What? That's just plain rude.
Look, we're running out of time, and our CEO, Nagisa Kandori, is about to get here. Maybe you should just head back to your office and polish up your presentation a bit more.
That's going way too far.
It's fine, Yui.
But...
Alright, well, I'm out of here.
Say what? Keiichi, wait!
No freaking way. He actually left. Wow, what a coward.
Is something wrong?
Ah, Nagisa. That's Nagisa Kandori, the CEO of Days Electronics.
Where's Keiichi? I thought he was going to be in today's presentation, right?
Actually...
Hold on, he left?
Yeah.
What were you guys even thinking?
Look, we didn't ask him to leave. I just suggested it might be a good idea for him to head back to the office and polish up that presentation, you know.
That's not how it sounded at all.
Honestly, I heard it the way Shoki said it.
Even if that's the case, I really don't think it was a wise choice to send him back to his office at this point. We're still in the middle of his presentation.
Well, I figured if you wanted to leave, maybe we should respect that.
Keiichi told me he's giving it his everything for this presentation. Just take a look at his materials. Whoa, that's a lot of information.
It seems like he was about to call it quits if this presentation didn't go well. He's filled it with so much detail, almost like he's betting everything he's got on it.
He said this was the proposal he had poured his heart into. If it didn't go as planned, he was even ready to start over and learn everything about manufacturing from the ground up.
Alright, I do feel kind of bad for not stopping him from walking out. But if he's got that kind of determination and passion, maybe he should have pushed through, no matter what.
You all think it's totally fine to express your opinions without considering how it impacts others. I've pointed this out before, and it's not okay.
But this is a presentation. We're supposed to make it as clear and convincing as possible.
But you guys totally ignored him when he was trying to present his ideas.
You're right. I'm sorry about that.
We'll be more careful next time.
I was seriously looking forward to hearing Keiichi's pitch, but now, what should we do?
Oh, don't worry about that. I've got a proposal that totally outperforms Keiichi's pitch.
Alright, let's see what you've got then.
Absolutely. And so, Tatsuyoshi began explaining his idea. But a few minutes later...
Well, I guess it's alright. The proposal from your team really meets the criteria we laid out for a stylish design that works with contemporary interiors.
We made it a point to include the requests that Shoki and Mikan shared with us.
But if we're going to move forward with this, there's still a lot that needs improvement.
But his team designed a robot vacuum that meets every single one of our requirements.
Sure, it aligns with our needs as a company. But let's not forget, the customers are the ones who will actually use it, right? Did you actually think about them when you put this together?
What do you mean?
Just take a look at Keiichi's materials.
Wait a sec. This is...
Are you serious? It only weighs 2.65 pounds? And it's super quiet. Much quieter than you'd guess for a portable model. Is it really possible to come up with something like this?
It was Keiichi who brought this all together. He polished our ideas, figured out what materials needed some changes, and even went straight to the manufacturers to get it sorted.
Ah, I see. You upgraded the parts to turn it into a portable model.
But wait! Our model's noise level is just as good.
Yeah, but Tatsuyoshi, you always seem to pay attention to the positive feedback and just chase after adding features. You don't really think about creating something that could help us grow together as a team, do you?
Well,
Sure, your model is pretty quiet, but it's not exactly user-friendly, has mobility issues, and its inability to detect obstacles is a huge concern.
When we get back to the office, we can fix the way it detects obstacles.
Meanwhile, Keiichi and his team did a great job incorporating customer feedback into their model. I think it's a solid concept.
Thank you.
But if we're only considering the materials, Tatsuyoshi, I have to admit your team's model is way more marketable. I'm really curious to hear more about Keiichi's idea.
Wait a second. Yui, isn't this based on one of our old rejected ideas?
That's right. Keiichi picked up the old concept, refined it, and made it fit for this new vacuum design.
You've gotta be kidding me!
Is the original proposal for that still around?
Yes, it's at our office.
Let's go check it out. Wow, I never thought the original concept could get this much better.
And to pull this off within budget, unbelievable!
Honestly, this concept is totally out of reach unless we can renegotiate the materials with the manufacturer. Yeah, when the original idea was rejected, it wasn't only due to the materials, it was the whole production method and the expenses. But I really believed in it, so I kept brainstorming ways to make it happen.
And Keiichi was the one who helped you polish it up.
Exactly. Tatsuyoshi usually emphasizes the positive feedback, but I'm after some practical advice that can help me improve and grow. Keiichi is the type of person who actually listens to your struggles and helps you come up with answers.
Wow, that's exactly the kind of leadership I'm looking for.
But with all due respect, isn't it pointless to keep working on ideas that didn't get accepted?
Shouldn't we be putting our energy to boosting productivity instead?
And because of that, we've seen a drop in our sales numbers recently. You guys are already aware of this.
But focusing on improving a small number of our strongest products could really change the game.
For those of us in the factory, we want to know how to improve our own skills.
What did you just say?
Back when I was part of your team, Tatsuyoshi, I learned how to create proposals that had a higher chance of approval. But that didn't mean I was actually getting any better at what I do. I wanted to learn how to take a not-so-great idea and turn it into something great. That's why I started feeling stuck when it came to brainstorming new proposals.
So this rejected idea is the perfect example of that, huh?
Exactly. We were told, this isn't going to work, and when we asked for tips on how to make it better, the response was pretty much, you're on your own. I felt like I was hitting a dead end, until Keiichi stepped in to help. He shared what he knew and helped us improve. That's the kind of leader we've been searching for.
Oh.
Well, this kind of complicates things. I still have loads of questions about this proposal.
Would it be okay for Keiichi to have another go at the presentation? I'd really like you to listen to what he has to share.
Alright, like I said earlier, judging by what we've looked at so far, Tatsuyoshi's team's idea looks like it has more potential in the market. But you believe Keiichi can pitch his concept well enough to convince me, right?
Absolutely.
Then let's schedule Keiichi's presentation for tomorrow.
Thank you so much.
And so, Yui and the rest of the team were sent back to our office for the time being. Keiji, are you for real? You just took off like that?
You guys said he should go back to the office. I don't believe Keiji did anything wrong.
Yui.
Besides, there were some urgent issues that required our attention during that time, right?
Yeah, one of our team members had questions during a client meeting. Plus, we were dealing with a few unexpected issues. Alright, but next time, let us know what's going on before you just take off. Got it. Yui, I really appreciate you having my back. You stood up for me and convinced Nagisa to give us a chance.
I just thought it would be a shame if your presentation went unheard. I did it for everyone on the team.
Then I better make sure the presentation is flawless. You gave us this opportunity, and I'm not gonna waste it.
I'm counting on you.
And so, the big day for the presentation came around.
Alright then, let's hear the parts of your pitch we missed.
So, the robot vacuum concept I presented yesterday is largely unchanged, but there's a unique feature that makes it a great fit for the big thank you sale. A unique feature? Not only does this vacuum serve as a handheld cleaner, but it also includes a special function for dealing with dust mites and allergens. Say what?
Instead of having the whole team work on one product, we divided the tasks. Everyone focused on different sections and came up with ideas for their specific areas.
So by dividing tasks, each person can play to their strengths and help make the product better overall.
Exactly.
We all have things we're good at and things we struggle with. Yui focused on materials, while others tackled design or functionality. I thought that if we helped everyone improve their strong points, our team would really shine. So I focused on boosting everyone's abilities.
The one who recognized the value in our allergen protection concept and struck a deal with the manufacturer was Keiji. And we were totally unaware it was possible.
So that's why you left the explanation to Keiichi.
Wow, I didn't expect you'd manage to add allergen protection without going over the budget.
Well, Keiji can be pretty tough. But honestly, I picked up way more from him than I did in any class.
That's only because you guys were so hungry to learn. It made me want to push myself too.
Not only did you come up with an amazing product, but you're also a wonderful mentor. We should definitely take notes.
I figured that if we fine-tuned Yui and the rest of the team's ideas, we could whip up something way better than what's already out there. So, my role wasn't just about brainstorming. I was there to help them boost their skills too. I can't wrap my head around the fact that this is how you came up with this concept.
This is a fantastic pitch. I really can't find anything wrong with it.
Well, I actually wanted to pitch this idea yesterday. Uh-oh, this is really not good for us.
So, do you all see my point now? You've got to give people a chance to share their thoughts. You never know what valuable things they might share. Staying open-minded is really crucial.
Yes, ma'am.
We're really sorry.
We're sticking to the concept from Keiichi and his team for the upcoming big thank you sale.
Thank you so much.
Hey, sorry to cut in on the meeting. Tatsuyoshi, there's a super urgent call for you from Tokimeki Corporation.
A call? For me? And so, we all rushed back to our office to see what was going on. Are you kidding me? The client sent all the prototypes back to us? Wait, what? Apparently, we cared way too much about how it looks, and now the durability and performance are really weak. They're concerned this might lead to big issues later on.
I'm pretty sure there were a few people who raised questions about its strength and how it performs long before this situation came up.
So, Tatsuyoshi, you only paid attention to the compliments and brushed off the warning signs. And now, you're facing the consequences.
But Shoki and Mika gave us the go-ahead. Can you guys do something about this situation?
Hey. We're in deep trouble, aren't we?
If we're talking about a design we had a say in...
Shoki and Mika, I get the feeling you both are clued in on which client we're dealing with here.
It's probably Doyomeki Corp.
They are the company we just signed that big deal with. And we had Tokimeki Corporation do some of the concept work for us.
Show me the contract from that deal.
Here you go.
This is...
The products you handed over aren't just a bit subpar. They're really falling short of what they ought to be.
Plus, there were at least 2 extra features you could have added to that project. Honestly, the design alone doesn't really compete with the others out there.
And take a look at this warranty period. It's way too limited for something like this.
I just put the proposal together based on what Shoki and Mikan asked me to do.
Say what?
Are you seriously blaming us for this? You were the one managing the team. It's the manufacturer's job to meet our requests and satisfy the client's needs. Don't try to pin this all on me. I worked really hard just to get this product up to standard. You guys were the ones who kept asking for changes in this design.
Did you guys even consider coordinating between our team and the team over at their factory?
Well,
Tatsuyoshi was the one who said he could handle all that.
you 3 really need to stop shifting the blame. The client who put their faith in us for this order is the one getting hurt the most right now.
We're talking about a major contract here. If it goes wrong, it could cause major issues for our companies. And a lawsuit might just be the tip of the iceberg.
I'm gonna fix this, no matter what it takes. Count us in, Tatsuyoshi. We'll help you out. No, my team's got this. I can't let my reputation take a hit right now. This is my moment to rise. And with that, Tatsuyoshi started tackling the prototypes, but then... Hold on, what? The robot vacuums we upgraded and delivered just broke down? They started doing things we didn't program, and made a huge mess in the rooms. This is why I said we'd help. You can't just let your pride get in the way. Why couldn't you see that? I thought my team and I could handle it. I knew where the problems were, so I figured if we jumped on it right away, we'd make it in time.
But because of that, you were on the verge of going over budget and had to cut back on the important features. Consequently, the vacuums didn't sync up and ended up ruining the rooms instead of cleaning them.
It wasn't supposed to be like this. This is way off from what we asked for.
How are you planning to take responsibility for this, Tatsuyoshi?
No way. I was just trying to follow what you 2 wanted. Yeah, Tatsuyoshi, you really made Shoki and Mikan's requests your main focus, and got the team to deliver. But you need to be upfront with them about what can actually be done and what can't. Your team was even trying to let you know that this could get out of hand, remember? Well, good leaders don't just take orders from above. They actually care about what their team has to say. You're right.
And you 2, don't think you're off the hook.
What? Us? Since college, you both have been like this, always throwing in your thoughts. But when things go wrong, you point fingers at whoever made the decision. Once you share your input, you've got to take responsibility for the outcome. Blaming others for the main issues? That's just not fair.
Well,
I've watched how you guys usually deal with the factory teams. Loading them up with work and then pointing fingers when it doesn't turn out right. It's clear as day now. Keiichi, Yui, can you step in and lend a hand?
Got it.
I'll get back to you soon about what kind of consequences I'll decide for the 3 of you.
no way.
There goes our fast track to promotion. I was just trying to do the right thing. Thanks to our quick actions, we limited the damage, but the losses, they were through the roof. Tatsuyoshi and the other 2 ended up with a hefty compensation charge. The debt just keeps piling up.
If only we'd listened to other people more.
Feeling really out of place at work, Shoki and Mikan chose to quit. But at their new jobs, their bossy attitudes didn't help them at all. And now, they're just stuck in a financial mess. As for Tatsuyoshi... Please, Yumiko, come back. He held on to his old-fashioned tough guy man-of-the-house mindset, but his wife finally reached her breaking point and left. Feeling mentally defeated, Tatsuyoshi decided to quit his job. He's in recovery now, but he probably won't ever feel that confident again. Meanwhile,
Congrats on being the head of the department. With you leading the way, we're all set.
I couldn't have done it all alone. I only made it this far because you were there for me.
Huh?
I want you to keep supporting me and be by my side, both in our jobs and in life.
Me too. I'd love to be by your side.
Enjoyed the video?
Then smash that like button and subscribe.